I'm Chris Story, and this is Alaska Real Estate. Hey, Kevin Cross is here today to talk to you about your new site, yournewalaskahome.com. We want to know how you're using the website, if at all. Click on the Forum tab at the top of this page when the podcast is over and share your thoughts about yournewalaskahome.com and how you plan to use it in your business and marketing. Remember, if it happens to real estate, it matters to you.
Hi, this is Linda Wilson with Alaska USA Title Agency in the Wasilla branch. We are a fully operational title company and have offices located in Anchorage, Wasilla, Fairbanks, Kenai, and Juneau. We can and do handle all types of closing, and we'll travel to your office to make it convenient. I look forward to working with you in the future. You can reach me at area code 907-352-8526 or email me at l.wilson@alaskausatitle.com or log on to Alaska USA Federal Credit Union's website, pick the title company, and you can connect with all of our offices. I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
yournewalaskahome.org or .com is the new website domain for the Ira-driven website or the Alaska Realtors website that we've established to help first-time home buyers and those individuals contemplating purchasing property.
The website is for the realtors, but who do you envision actually using the website, the end user of the website, and how can realtors best utilize this new feature provided by the association?
Well, what's spectacular about it is that it helps both realtors and the consumer, and it helps them equally. One, it helps realtors because they can go to a resource that has direct links onto all your different financing options that are available in Alaska, from your Neighborhood Works to your inlet housing, to your Alaska housing, to your Department of Agriculture grant programs. It's got all this information on links to where to go for a client who may be looking at different financing options and wants to weigh what is in their best interest. Also, so it's fantastic for realtors. It's fantastic for consumers because it has all the did you know sections on explaining what well and septic tests are and how that goes, how that takes into effect. What the appraisal process is. What is title insurance? Why is it important? And so it's really a very simplistic website that was designed, A, primarily to keep it simple, and two, be a tool that both realtors and consumers can use. And what's great is it's not branded. It's not branded for any realtor, not branded for any organization or anybody individual other than the National Association of Realtors and Realtor brand, because we understand that, cost is only an issue in the absence of value. And we're really trying to make sure the public understands there's significant value in using a realtor because we're really the only organized effort set to protect private property rights and home ownership. And this website discusses those topics as well as explains, how much risk there is in purchasing a property and understanding why it's very important you have a realtor engaged in the process.
So the end result, the website will be proven successful when they're using it and integrating it possibly into their existing marketing. Would you agree?
That I would agree completely. This website is only a tool. A tool is only as good as the craftsman who wields it. Now we could make it as complicated and we can make it as unique and thorough as possible, but unless realtors and the consumers get out there and utilize it, let us know what we can do to improve it, then just like anything, it'll just fall on deaf ears.
As an association, we're not counting on people stumbling across this site and having it ranked in Google up in the top 5 tiers. What we're really saying is use this, embed this in your own website, use it in your literature and your marketing as a tool, as a tool in the drawer to assist yourself and be a benefit to the customer.
That is right, and to expand your market knowledge. Both your buyers and your sellers come to you because they want somebody maybe to hold their hand, but maybe someone that they can bounce ideas off of. They're looking for knowledge. They're looking for market knowledge. They're looking for transaction knowledge, and they're looking for somebody who understands and knows value. Now, whereas this database may not touch base on what the average sale price of homes are in your given area, what it does talk about is, hey, listen, here's how a transaction goes from point A to point B. It provides everything from charts and flow charts on how a transaction progresses, average time for these things, and then what's involved in each step, and then also important things to look out to protect your bottom line. Why is it important to have a home inspection? What is a home inspector looking for? Why is it important to have a well and septic inspection? Right? What is in a title report? What are encumbrances? And so it's really a 101 for the consumer. And what's great is it's specific to Alaska. Listen, we don't do termite. Our lenders don't require termite inspections in Alaska for a reason. It's important to make sure that the information that you're conveying is relative to Alaska. We're very unique, not only rurally, but logistically and economically, since we're such a heavy commodity state. And the truth is a lot of the frustrations that are being seen in the lower 48, we've managed to stay fairly sheltered from. So it's very important that where you're getting your information regarding the housing market is coming locally so that you're not getting, skewed information from either a national standard, but more importantly, things that are specific to your general interest.
Is there anything or any aspect of the site that you can see is going to be going through a state of flux for a while? And are you looking for the realtors listening right now? Are you looking for us to provide feedback and provide information? And if so, how do we convey that to you?
Coming from a leadership standpoint for the National Association of Realtors, our biggest challenge as realtors is going to be financing over the next 3 years. As Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are restructured and reorganized, as we go through underwriting requirements, buyers and sellers both are really going to need realtors involved in the process, and to make sure that we set those expectations up ahead of time that, listen, more than likely you're going to run into complications on the lending side. With all the links that we have to different lending ventures and different banks, and that we've really tried to focus locally, it's important to know that the changing requirements of lenders is constantly morphing, particularly now. That's one thing on the website I'd say would be the biggest challenge is trying to convey information regarding, hey, listen, you know what, right now we have 100% financing for rural loans. Well, that may be accurate today. That may not be accurate in 27 days. And so one of the biggest challenges we have is just making sure that, again, rather than, that's why we say and why the website often refers to that, although these are the resources and these are the facts as we know them, that things change, and they change rapidly in today's real estate market dealing with federal regulations. It's important to then always refer back to your lender and your realtor. I think what's really important for realtors today and for the licensees that are listening to this podcast to understand that, the National Association of Realtors says that the appraisal issues, the underwriting problems we have are going to get worse before they get better. And that this is why the consumer is really going to need, why everybody needs to approach transactions with a level head and expect the worst, expect delays, expect frustrations. But you know what? That's why we're here. Realtors would not be here if everything went smoothly. Our job is to solve problems. The important thing to know is that they can contact Sandy either with the board, myself, actually along with the individuals that were involved. We're the primary players. And let us know if you're looking through the website on stuff that changes. Listen, there's a lot of information there. As we work in our industry and we work in our practices, things change, right? And so, if you work in more of a if you do a lot of Department of Agriculture, you do a lot of well and septic because you're remote, or you do remote properties, there's going to be things that you're going to notice that are going to change more rapidly than somebody else might pick up on. So it's important for realtors as they use this website, as they look at the resources, if they notice something has morphed, we encourage them to let us know so we can provide timely, accurate information.
I'm Charles Remonklis with Alaska USA Mortgage here in Palmer, Alaska. Today I'd like to talk about USDA's Rural Development Program, what we know as RD. The program is for low to moderate income homebuyers located in rural areas. Alaska is unique in this regard because rural is defined as anywhere in Alaska other than Anchorage, Fairbanks, or Juneau. So what's so great about the RD program? Well, first, there's no down payment. RD charges a one-time guarantee fee of 2% that is financed into the loan. There's also no mortgage insurance. Instead, RD charges an annual fee of 0.3% that is split up into your monthly payment. It ends up being much cheaper than mortgage insurance. Another great feature is that sellers can contribute to your closing costs. In many cases, we've had borrowers go to closing with nothing out of pocket. Buyers must qualify within income guidelines, but they're not that restrictive. For Mat-Su and Kenai Peninsula, that income cap is $95,100 for a family of 1 to 4, or up to $125,500 for a family of 5 to 8. I'm Charles Remonklis with Alaska USA Mortgage. You can reach me at 907-761-5204 or online at www.charlesremonklis.com.
It's time for your motivational moment. If you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, and let's face it, who isn't, these simple strategies by Kevin No might help you. Okay, number one, stop. You are looking at the big picture all at once. Calm your mind and be still for a couple of minutes. Breathe deep. Number 2, prioritize. Make a plan based on importance. Look at the big picture, but in tiny sections. Number 3, take controlled action. Get to work on your plan with a steady pace. Number 4, take a breather. You should be taking about a 5 to 10 minute breather, Kevin says, every hour or hour and a half to free your mind. He says if you do these 4 things, you'll be more effective and happier, which leads to prosperity. Alaska Real Estate Podcast is brought to you in part by Alaska Housing Finance Corporation. Did you hear that AHFC just closed a $220 million bond with the lowest rates ever? You and I can expect to see AHFC be a mortgage leader with continued low rates into the future. A great point of contact also with your customer database is the Alaska Housing Energy Rebate Program. You might even organize a mini seminar to educate folks about this awesome program. You can find all the details at akrebate.com. Our executive producer is Sandy Ehrenman. For all of us at Alaska Real Estate, I'm Chris Story, wishing you health, wealth, and prosperity.